Mic check, mic check.
Are y'all ready, everyone?
Ready!
1, 2, 3, go!
Oh!
My
God! Hello, everyone!
Welcome to our literary podcast for the National Reading Month. We're the chaotic but lovable trio from St. Augustine. I am Yuan.
I'm Candice, the one who definitely memorized my lines but will still read the script secretly.
And I'm Clea, the official bookworm friend na lagi nilang tinatanong pag may hindi sila get sa story.
Today, we're breaking down one of the most dramatic, iconic, and honestly kind of questionable love stories of all time.
Romeo and Juliet! By William Shakespeare, the man, the myth, the let's make teenagers suffer legend.
Now let us talk about the author.
Shakespeare was born in 1564 in England. Worked as a playwright, actor, and poet. He wrote around 39 plays and 154 sonnets.
Basically, like the Taylor Swift of the 1500s. Super famous, super influential, and people analyze everything he writes.
And fun fact, he invented over 1,700 words. Like, just made them up. Imagine waking up and saying, this sounds cool, then boom, dictionary.
But yeah, he's important because he wrote stories that still matter today, like Romeo and Juliet.
So, what's the story about?
The story is about two teens from rival families, the Montagues and the Capulets, fall in love instantly.
Keyword, instantly. Like, they saw each other for 5 minutes and said, yup, that's my soulmate.
But because their families hate each other, everything gets messy. Fights happen, secrets happen, and eventually, tragedy.
So instead of retelling the whole plot, we're analyzing it using the feminist approach.
So, what is the feminist approach? So basically, it examines how gender roles and expectations affect characters.
And Romeo and Juliet is full of that. For example, Juliet is only 13.
13?
Yeah, but her parents already want to force her to marry Paris.
And when she says no, her dad literally threatens to disown her. Like anak, follow my rules or leave my house.
Meanwhile, Romeo, he's allowed to roam the streets, fight, sneak around, climb balconies, and societies look like, go king!
The feminist approach shows that both teens are trapped. Juliet, by strict expectation for girls. Romeo, by pressure to be strong, brave, and aggressive.
So the tragedy isn't just about love. It's about how society limits young people.
Question time! If Juliet were a modern Filipina teen, would her parents still let her date Romeo?
Haha, absolutely not. Ma, pa, pwede ba ako lumabas? And they say, sino kasama mo? Lalaki ba yan?
Meanwhile, Romeo would be the type to text, tara, escape house mo.
Hello? Second question. Would the relationship still last today?
I think they break up during a family gathering when tito say, hindi pwede yung pamilya nyo.
Or they'd fight because one of them replied late on Messenger. Classic teenager problem.
But again, that's what makes the play relatable.
Right.
Teens still deal with pressure, expectations, and misunderstandings.
These are the connections to real life.
So, here's the important part. How does Romeo and Juliet connect to real life?
First, strict or controlling parents. A lot of teens today still face pressure in relationships, academics, and choices.
Second, family conflict. Some families don't get along, and teens get caught in the middle.
Third, impulsive decision. Teens act fast, feel emotions strongly, and sometimes rush things, just like Romeo.
Fourth, gender expectation. Boys are told, don't show emotions. Girls are told, be proper, be quiet. Parehong unfair.
And fifth, lack of communication. Romeo and Juliet could not talk openly with adults. Same today. Some teens feel scared to share their feelings.
And finally, violence and pride. Families fighting because of ego, we still see that in communities today.
So, why should we still read this?
Because it isn't just about love at first sight. It's about how society shaped young people's choices.
And the feminist approach helps us see how Juliet had almost no freedom. Many girls today still relate to that.
The story reminds us when families don't listen, when society limits you, when communication fails, tragedy happens.
And literature like this helps us reflect on real-life human experiences.
And that wraps our episode of Star-Crossed.
We hope you enjoyed this fun but meaningful discussion on Romeo and Juliet using the feminist lens.
This has been Yuan.
Candice!
And Clea, greetings St. Augustine of SPBA. Thanks for listening and happy National Reading Month.